Welcome to the Bean Pod. This is your place for all things stocks and crypto. From beginner tips to expert picks. Use this as fuel for your investing journey, because when you're in the know, your money will grow. All views expressed by speakers on the Bean Pod are solely their opinions. You should not treat any opinion expressed on the Bean Pod as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a specific strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. This podcast is for informational purposes only.
The Bean Pod is presented by DAOmaker, the top crypto launchpad in the industry.
DAOmaker allows people to participate in top crypto projects before they launch and generate some of the best returns you can find anywhere.
They also provide growth solutions for crypto projects that are looking for funding and assistance with marketing.
With their revolutionary new public strongholder offerings, everyone can get early access to top crypto projects regardless of their net worth.
DAOmaker is rapidly disrupting the venture capital industry. If you're interested, head over to DAOmaker.com to learn more.
Welcome to the Bean Pod. This is Shane, aka the Jolly Green Investor.
And this is Josh, the Nifty Investor.
Today we're going to be interviewing the CEO and founder of Kryptomon. This is one of the biggest play-to-earn and blockchain games we've seen coming out this year, so I think it's going to be a great episode. Welcome, Umberto.
Hi, guys. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you very much for hosting me.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us. So, Josh, you want to take it off?
Thanks so much for joining us. Umberto, tell us, what exactly is Kryptomon?
Let me give you the elevator pitch.
Love it.
Take CryptoKitties, take Pokémon, Tamagotchi, put them together, shake it, and then you get Kryptomon. That's it.
Perfect.
So that's the easiest way for telling what Kryptomon is. But at the end of the day, is a game that want to resemble the Pokémon experience that we as a kids. I don't know, guys, how old are you? But I'm turning 30 this Sunday.
Okay, cool. We're around that age.
Class 1992, grew up with Pokemon, and so at the end of the day, my entire childhood has been shaped that, and so I said, in April, I asked myself, I say, what happens if I take the CryptoKitties concept and I add in Pokemon mechanics to it,
Right.
And at the end of the day, what I really want to create and what we're trying to create is kind of rebring the Pokemon world that we were playing on the Game Boy back in the days to the reality.
Awesome. Yeah, I love it. I definitely grew up as a huge Pokemon fan. I still have good memories of getting Pokemon Red for my Game Boy, getting Charizard and just loving it. I grew up trading Pokemon cards. So I guess that's basically the inspiration from Kryptomon came from your childhood love of Pokemon. Is that correct? And now you want to bring in the play to earn, the blockchain elements all to that. Is that right?
Exactly, because at the end of the day, if you remember those games, in the Game Boy, when you were a kid, you were playing, you actually were living that world. I remember that I was kind of feeling that I was part of it. But the most, let's say, annoying thing is that you couldn't become a Pokemon trainer because Pokemon doesn't exist.
Right.
And even though we can't have a Pikachu as of today, in the reality, we can't have a mouse that throw out thunderbolts from his face. Or a small Charizard, throwing flamethrower, but leveraging the NFT and the blockchain, what we can create is at least the economy and the society of the Kryptomon, of the Pokemon. You can actually become a Kryptomon trainer, because also it's leveraging the blockchain. You're going to have, Ash Ketchum has its own Pikachu that was unique. It was his Pikachu. And we in Kryptomon, it's kind of the same because you have your own Kryptomon, which is an NFT that only you have it. And all of them are different. Every Kryptomon is different DNA, different personalities, aspects. So it's really trying to bring that back to life and make it real. I always say that I will be happy if in 2-3 years I will find on LinkedIn people say, I'm a full-time Kryptomon trainer. That's my objective.
That is amazing. That would be great when, right now Pokemon is the one that everybody kind of reverts back to. If you could eventually get the masses saying, oh yeah, this is the next Kryptomon, that would be incredible. I think that's an amazing aspiration. Where are you guys? Yeah, go ahead.
No, because at the end of the day, if you think about it, Pokemon, it's still a very strong game, okay? But it didn't change in the last 30 years. It's still the same game that me and you guys were playing on the Game Boy Black and White. I remember the one that was big like this, that you had to go up in the shadow because if there was the sun, you couldn't see anything. I just remember those old days.
Yep.
But the Pokemon game didn't evolve since then. And at the end of the day, Pokemon is still a game for kids, but we grew up. I mean, I'm 30 years old. I have a kid, I have a job, I work, and I'm looking for a different kind of experience nowadays on games, and that's the reason why I don't play Pokemon. I mean, I'm still playing Pokemon. I'm playing Pokemon Silver, but this is more just for the nostalgia effect, not because I love the game mechanics, because they don't give me what, as an adult, I want,
Right.
or I'm looking for. So the idea of Kryptomon is really to create the Pokemon, for the kids like us, but making it as worthy for us to spend our time in playing it and giving the game mechanics that we don't have. Because when we were kids, the game mechanics that Pokemon gave us was good enough, but now they're not enough anymore.
Right. So it sounds like there's some amazing aspirations, a lot of stuff to come down the pipeline. Where are you currently at in development at the moment with Kryptomon?
Well, so first of all, imagine that we are just like 9 months old.
Wow.
So Kryptomon actually, yeah, indeed, Kryptomon actually started. I've launched Kryptomon, the landing page and the white paper back in 2nd of May 2021. And with that, we went viral immediately, and we actually started, realizing that that people want this. That was back in June. And then in June, we started, of course, starting the entire development and the game design. But at the end of the day, one thinks that people, especially in the crypto, don't understand that building such a game, it requires time. Usually a company to build a game takes 2 years, 3 years. And now we're trying to building, everything on the way we go. So nowadays, in December, we actually released our first version of the game. We can thinking about it as an MVP, a minimum viable product, which is, we call it a Tamagotchi. So now that I see on the background here of Shane, you can see the Kryptomons. So now what you can actually do is mainly taking care of their Kryptomon, like in Tamagotchi. So you need to feed them, make them happy, and then you can train them. And then it was kind of the baseline. And then from this, we started developing. On next Tuesday, for example, we're going to release the breeding. So Kryptomon will be capable to breed. So, for example, Shane, all of your Kryptomon in the background will be capable to become junior. So you will see them getting older and changing their aspect.
Cool.
And they will be capable to breed. And together to that, we're going to add the first play tour mechanics, which is called Tamagotchi quest. So quest chains that if you complete, you can earn in-game assets or also Pokémon coin. And then in the next step, we're aiming for the PvE. So start introducing the battles, and then the PvP, and then a lot of other stuff that it's going to be huge.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds like a really cool roadmap. You guys have come so far in such a short amount of time. I can't believe that you had the MVP up in May and you've launched it. You've got, you did your NFT minting, you had the eggs, you've got this Tamagotchi dashboard that you say, I'm personally excited for the battling element. Like I think I've got about 7 different Kryptomon, so it's going to be interesting to see what they can do. And as you said, this whole idea, the genesis of this was from your love of Pokemon and our love of Pokemon growing up. So what parallels, like what would you say is different about Kryptomon than Pokemon, other than obviously the player and elements? But in Pokemon you have the trainers and the explorable lands and the gyms and the battles and that kind of stuff. And the most Pokemon can evolve 2 times. What are the differences in how Kryptomon is going to work to how Pokemon works, and what are the similarities, if that kind of makes sense?
Well, I will say that there are more similarities than differences, because at the end of the day, I mean, if we look at from a product perspective, the Pokemon mechanics, okay, they have been created 30 years ago, and they're still working. I mean, 30 years after that the first Pokemon game has been released, if you look at Pokemon game, it's still the same. The way you play, I mean, of course, they add minor stuff, but the underlying core mechanics of the game are still the same. And actually, because those are real great mechanics, I mean, at the end of the day, those are really great. Why should create something new? Why should we reinvent the wheel, when something has been already built? So of course we are making it. We make slight changes as also on the battles, but we're taking a lot of inspiration, so to say, on what Pokemon is. But then we made some different changes because, for example, in Pokemon, if you think about it, you don't have a real living kind of creature. I mean, if your Pokemon, go to 0 in health, you go to the Pokemon Center, you're healing it, and then you're back up. In Kryptomon, we actually added the Tamagotchi part, which is really important and makes you that you really need to take care of it. You need to feed it. You need to play with them, because if you don't play with them, it's depressed, and if it's depressed, then you can't battle, and so on and so forth, like that. And then regarding the entire ambition that we have is indeed also we want to create explorable lands. We are now finalizing the design of the lands, the building, the overworld, that kind of things that will hopefully we will start bringing to life probably at the end of this year, somewhere during the fall 2022, because it's kind of a very big job. And then the entire tournament structure. I mean, we do also have planning to have the Elite Super League like you had in Pokemon, but we kind of changed the way it works in order to, we remove the gyms. There's not going to be gyms, but there's going to be tournaments like in Poker Stars where you can participate, and if you win the tournaments, then you can qualify for the World Championship, and if you win the World Championship, then you can participate against the league and then become the world champion of Kryptomon, and getting sponsor maybe when we're going to get there. So at the end of the day, the entire ambition that we have and that I have is really to make this real, really create some sort of economy and a society next to it. And then the entire game design, it's bring to a very big esport kind of a vision and ambition, so that really we have people competing in competition, doing their best to be the most important Kryptomon trainer in the world, and so on.
Right. So right now we're still in the bit of an early development, and I know Shane mentioned he has 7 of these Kryptomon at the moment. Is that right?
That's right.
Right. So I know everybody, one of the first questions asked is how can people get involved now? And with NFTs, it's always, what's the utility? What's the utility of these NFTs? So how would you describe the utility of these NFTs to the average listener?
Well, I will say, guys, if you don't have a Kryptomon NFT, the entire game of Kryptomon goes around the utility of the Kryptomon NFT, because every Kryptomon is an NFT. Okay, so and if you want to play the game of Kryptomon, you must have an NFT. You must have a Kryptomon, and the entire mechanics is behind that. So if you have a Kryptomon, you can play, you can battle, you can earn the money, you can evolve in the game, you will be a gamer, a part of this world. But for this, you must need an NFT. And this is something that you actually got a very good point, is about the utility, because my personal opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm kind of not a very big fan of, CryptoPunks or that kind of stuff. Because I think at the end of the day, if they NFT, as those you can see of digital art, they're really cool. It gives a lot of opportunity for artists to fundraise and so on. But I still think it's more like a bubble than a real use case, to be honest. Because at the end of the day, you buy a picture. I mean, I was thinking about it. Think about CryptoKitties. They were the first crypto game using NFT in 2017. They completely blocked the entire Ethereum chain for like 2 weeks or something like that when they come out. They completely shaken the entire industry. But if you look at the end of the day, what you get a very expensive PNG.
Yeah, for sure.
And as most of other GIF. And the thing is, I can also, if I go to OpenSea, I right click, save, download. I have the same PNG that you have, but you pay the $10,000, $20,000, $1 million. I just double click, save, copy.
Right.
So to me, that doesn't really have a real value. While in the other case, Kryptomon are real living NFTs. So meaning that if you, first of all, has the utility to, of course, play in the game, but on the other hand, since we call it the living NFT, if you take care of them, if you train them, you are actually going to improve their own value, And at the end, and this is what actually shocked me when CryptoKitties popped out, it's a real digital pet. I mean, if you have a, I don't know, a competitive dog or a horse, if you really take care of your horse and your horses start winning a lot of runs and your horses become a champions, the more you're taking care of him, the more you train him, the higher the value will be of that horse. People will pay you to breed with your horse because they want the kids of that one. And this is exactly what we're bringing back to what we're doing with Kryptomon. We're doing just the same thing.
Perfect.
Only the things, you don't have a physical horse in your house, you just have a very nice pet on your monitor. That's the difference. But aside from that, it's completely working the same way.
Right. So you need an NFT. So you need an NFT if you're going to play Kryptomon. Where can people grab them, and how much are they currently selling for at the moment?
Well, there are several ways to grab them. Of course, the easiest one is just going into the marketplace and buy one.
And that's is that Mochi Market?
No, actually, I mean, you can buy on Mochi Market, you can buy on Tofu NFT. If you go now, you can also buy it on Binance NFT Marketplace. There are some Kryptomon mystery boxes because 2 days ago we did another drop of mystery boxes on Binance NFT, and we sold 2,500 Kryptomon eggs at $95 each, and it went sold out in 0.17 seconds.
Wow. Amazing.
So it was quite crazy, and that was the second one. We were scared that we couldn't make it. The first one, it went sold out in 0.27, and the second one, it went in 0.17. But so either you can buy it, but we also have the Kryptomon marketplace. So if you go to market.kryptomon.com, you can go there and buy it from other players. But on top of that, we actually doing a lot of activities, to give the players the opportunity to get an egg even without buying it. So either if you are a Pokémon coin holder, so you bought a Pokémon coin, you can stake it, and then you can earn candies, and then you can play those candies in a weekly lottery, and if you're lucky, you win an egg.
Very cool.
Every month we do something even more cool than this, which is the Kryptomon treasure hunt, we call it, or the egg hunt, as the community is calling it. It's a Pokemon Go-like experience. So through your mobile, you go to a specific page, and every month for 3 days, you can go around your town and looking for eggs.
Awesome.
Like Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And if you're lucky, you get one.
I love it. So that's the NFTs in Kryptomon. The whole game is built around NFTs, and you've had several successful minting and launches, and that's awesome. And I'm an investor myself with my own eggs and now Kryptomon. But let's just have a quick discussion about the token itself. So Kamon. So what can you currently purchase? Are there in-game upgrades? Candy packs? What are you using to get with the token in the game? So basically the utility of the token.
Yeah. So let's say this, that the more the game evolves, the more feature and the more we get closer to the final vision of the game. And technically speaking, they will never there because we're still having a lot of ideas also coming from the community. But the more game mechanics that we add, the more utility we bring to the Kamon coin. At the end of the day, Shane, you need to think about it that every in-game transaction, monetary transaction in the Kryptomon universe, in the Kryptomon space, it will be actually paid in Kamon coin. Kamon coin is going to be the only currency. So as of today, what you can do with the Kamon coin, it's either staking it to earn candy that you can then later on, playing for the lottery and winning an egg, or if you can buy loot boxes. I mean, with the Kamon coin, your Kryptomon needs to be fed, needs to be trained, and so on. We give you free loot boxes, but if you want premium items, of course, you can go into the marketplace and buy those loot boxes with the Kamon coin.
Right. So, sorry, just it kind of brings me back to my childhood again, growing up and playing Pokemon. So, some of the best things that you could buy in the Pokemon game was like the rare candy to level up your Pokemon. And there was, the fishing rods and the Ultra Balls and the Great Balls. Will Kryptomon have a similar thing to that where you're using the Kamon token to buy upgrades for your Kryptomon and that kind of stuff and items and crypto balls? I don't know if there's a crypto ball, but yeah, stuff like that.
Let me say this because I'm the open and closing parentheses, guys. I'm the spoiler god in the Kryptomon community. So the community knows that every time, if you ask me a question like this, everyone knows that I'm going to spoil something even on future development. Okay. What I can say is that, Shane, we don't have this yet, but just because we didn't arrive there with the game design and with the game development, but I can say we will have it.
Right. Awesome. I love it. Okay, we've basically covered the utility of the NFTs, the utility of the token, some awesome things that you can do in the game and that you will be able to do. But when people talk about blockchain games and play to earn games and they hear all about, Axie Infinity and stuff, I think one of the things that attracts people to these games is that you can really earn money. People are quitting their jobs around the world to play Axie Infinity. I think that's at the top of the show. You said one of your goals is you want to see people on LinkedIn showing that they're a Kryptomon trainer. That's their job. That means they're earning money. So do you have any idea how much people could actually earn playing your game? Do you have a goal that you want to set where people, what is the upfront cost to get into Kryptomon, and what would your goal be for people earning? Is it a few $100s a week, or is it a few $100s a month, or is it more than that? What's your long-term goal, and what can you think it can achieve?
Well, so starting from the entry cost, the thing is currently, and this is our main objective, is to make that buying a Kryptomon a very, let's say, entry level one, because of course you can buy a very strong Kryptomon with a super DNA, very well trained, and will cost you, I don't know, $50,000. I mean, the highest Kryptomon has been sold for like $75,000, something like that. But an entry level, it shouldn't cost more than $100 for me. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying so is because as a gamer, I'm used to pay $80, $100 for FIFA, for Assassin's Creed. That's kind of a reasonable price people and gamers are used to, and the main objective that we have is to tackle the gamer community, the gamer market, the gaming population, not only the crypto gamers. Because if you look at right now, crypto gamers counts around 46 million people worldwide, let's say 50 million people worldwide. Okay. Gamers population is around 2 billion. Okay. Of course, right now, the entry barrier, the UX of crypto gaming is terrible. So if you want now playing Kryptomon, you need to be really committed. You really want to do it because you need to MetaMask, you need to buy the Pokémon coin, you need to go to PancakeSwap, it's a mess. It's not like just downloading an app and start playing, which most of the people are used to. But that's the objective that we have. So remove all the different UX barriers. But the first one, start with the entry price. If you think about it, starting playing Axie, when Axie reached the maximum, hype that was this summer, it was like $900 to play the game. Okay. So it's not actually attractable for gamers that really just enjoying the game. That it was an investment for people that want to make money, especially, in Southeast Asia, where $50 a week can definitely change your life. But for people like me in Europe, in Amsterdam, or in US, $50 a week doesn't really change your life. It doesn't turn your life up and down. It doesn't complete. Most of the people actually, if you want to play a game, and if you're a gamer, you really don't care to make such an amount of money. You're more maybe willingness to having the experience or fun. People are spending a lot of money in games. Think about how much money people are spending in Fortnite or in Call of Duty, because they're spending so much money because they just want to have a very nice game. They bring them, give them a break from, their life. They want to enjoy it and so on. So our main objective as a Kryptomon company, we always said that we are not a crypto company. We are a gaming company that's leverage blockchain and crypto to enhance and to offer new game mechanics. Okay, which is, it seems stupid, but it definitely make a difference in the vision and the way we do work as a Kryptomon team, as well as the fact that we don't call ourselves play to earn, but we call play and earn. Because play to earn, the two bring with itself the meaning that you're actually playing because you want to earn money.
Right.
Play and earn, it put the focus and the emphasis on the fact that you're playing because you like the game and you're having good time. And on top of it, you earn money. So for us, earning is the cherry on the top of the cake, not the cake. Most of the play to earn games right now, they have not very engaging gameplay, not really fun gameplay, and putting everything, their focus only on the earn. And this is fine. This is fine, but this will prevent those games to really scale through the billions of people, which are gamers, and this is the main objective that we have.
I think that's great. It's like, if you think about, as you said, a lot of the play to earn games, they're kind of sloppily put together for people to make money. But I agree with you 100%. The best way to build, a brand, a product, and most importantly, a community is to put the focus on the gameplay, the user experience, and just if people are having fun, they're more likely to tell their friends to play it. They're more likely to share it on social media as opposed to, it being an investment per se. So I think you've hit the nail on the head there. Build a very fun game, an engaged community. I can see from your community, you have so many fans. People genuinely love the product. The design work that's gone into your NFTs, to the game, to the previews, everything has been done so well. So you can tell that you guys are doing it the right way. And once you build that very, very popular game that people love, then you can build the monetization aspect around it. Whereas you're not just shoving it down people's throats right away. Like, you can make money, become a millionaire, that's kind of just not the right way to do it. And it is what you see in the play to earn industry. So I think play and earn, that's just a great tagline. It kind of separates you guys from a lot of the competition in the industry. So I think that's a great idea.
No, correct. And also, at the end of the day, the entire scope here is, of course, if I want to see on LinkedIn people that makes money and making a living, they're a full-time Cryptomon trainer, that means that they must be capable to earn enough to become full-time Cryptomon trainer. But first of all, it's something that you can't achieve from today to tomorrow. To achieve that kind of things, it might take 2 years, it might take 3 years, because also on top of that, you want to have a sustainable economy. Because otherwise, the risk is that you just, throwing money to people, and then you as a company, you don't have money anymore, and your company shut down. So you really want to create some sort of a sustainable economy that it's, based on the amount of players that are playing the game, based on the amount of money there are circulating that economy. Part of that money also will be given back to players. But at the end of the day, the measure we are now releasing as I said, the Tamagotchi quest, which is the first play to earn, then we're going to have the PvE. But the real objective and the real monetization will come with the tournaments. So with tournaments, people, like it happens in PokerStars, you will buy your ticket to participate in the tournament. There's going to be a prize pot, and then the winners or the first 100, then we'll divide the prize pot. Just look at what happens in PokerStars. Again, we're not reinventing the wheel. There's mechanics that are working already, and we're just adapting them to us. So as there are poker, professional player, there will be also Cryptomon professional players. But that's not that. The entire Cryptomon vision and world that I'm not using the word metaverse because I don't like it right now. Maybe I can start using again in 2 years when people will stop talking about metaverse, because nowadays everything is a metaverse. So the entire objective and design of the Pokemon world is also to allow players actually also to make money, not only by fighting, but also by doing other stuff, having other some sort of jobs. But I can't say nothing there because I still prepare the bomb to be dropped. So, but that's already a spoiler. People will make money even without battles, even without actually playing, but really having another specific role inside of the world.
That's great. I totally respect your decision. And, Shane and I were talking about this recently is, when you're growing up, gaming is all about having fun. It's all about flicking on your Nintendo and battling and trying to get to the end of the game. It had nothing to do with earning. So the play and earn with the cherry on top, very admirable. And I fully respect that. In terms of the gameplay, is this a mobile game or is it going to be played on PC? Like, what's that going to look like?
Well, so as of today, since we are working on an MVP, it was easier for us to drop it on a browser-based game. So you just go to the browser with your computer. Unfortunately, it doesn't support mobile browser, so you need to do it with a laptop. But this is going to not last for a lot of time. Actually, we are already start developing the mobile native app. And as soon as it's ready, we will discontinue the browser version and we're going to have an Android iOS app and it's going to be mobile. Because again, at the end of the day, this is the kind of experience. But I think in mobile, it might be the best next step, okay, in our product development.
Awesome.
But this doesn't mean that we will not go back to PC, we will not go to console, we will not go to Oculus Rift in the future. This doesn't mean so. It's that right now, in this moment, with the timing we have, with the resources we have, and with the ambition we have, mobile is the logical next step. But then, to me, playing via mobile or playing via the console, at the end of the day, the game is the same. It's just changing the channel, the tool that are using to access the world. Right now, mobile is the best one. In the future, where the game will evolve, probably will also extend to other platforms, so to say.
Very cool. Very cool. So I think we basically covered how the game works, how to get involved, what the vision is. The one thing I wanted to ask as well is because Josh and I work with DAO Maker on a regular basis, and I know you guys went through their sister Infinity Pad to help you guys launch. So I just wanted to ask you quickly, how was that experience? Was did you see that have a big benefit to your community in terms of going through Infinity Pad and the launch experience? And just if there's anything you can share with us for that, that'd be awesome as well.
Well, it was a great experience. I mean, I have to say that our IDO, that was my first IDO, so it was kind of everything was new. And to be honest, I have to say that all the 3 IDO platforms that we worked with did a great and amazing jobs. And I have to say that Infinity Pad, indeed, you can see that behind it you have, the DAO Maker team, and it's kind of the little sister of DAO Maker. You definitely see that, because the way the team worked, everything was super, organized. And they made the entire process so easy for us. It's so understandable and also the support they gave us through the IDO period, pre-IDO, through the IDO, post-IDO, not only to us, but also to the community. That was great. So definitely, I will definitely, advise or give the to any other project. If someone want to listen, looking for an IDO platform, thumbs up for Infinity Pad for sure.
Awesome. Love to hear that. So I guess, how would people go about finding out more about your project? What's your Twitter page, your Telegram, your personal handle, if you want to put that on there so people can learn more about the Kryptomon project?
Well, I think that the best way it will be go to the Kryptomon.co website, because of course there you can find all the different links. I don't remember the Telegram link because it's quite long and it's quite hectic. But look for us on Kryptomon NFT on Twitter. But mainly, best way is to go for Kryptomon.co, and there you can find our Discord, our Telegram, and our Twitter. If you join Discord, we have a community on Discord around 65,000 people. Telegram, the international group, is around 90,000 people. But if you are, you're looking for some localized in your language or for a local community, we have like 16, 17 different localized community. And I have to say that the entire team and the entire mods team are doing an amazing job. So again, kudos and a lot of love for my entire team there. But yeah, go to Kryptomon.co and then you can lose yourself there.
Lovely. Hey, look, Umberto, it's been amazing having you on the podcast today. Learned a lot. You provided a ton of color on Kryptomon. And, hopefully Shane will be nice enough to sell one of the ones that he has to me, because I don't personally own one at the moment. But, after listening to you speak about the project, I might have to accumulate some in the near future.
We're going to convert him, Umberto. No worries. We're going to have Josh with his stable of Kryptomon in no time.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us today. And make sure you all tune into the next episode.
That one's going to be a banger. Thanks, Umberto.
Thank you, guys.